All right, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, fishing accomplices, good morning and welcome back to Fishin. So it is August 11th, 2024, and as you can probably tell from my surroundings, we are no longer in our normal stretch of waters. So yeah, we're back upstate. I was in this neck of the woods more or less in early July, and we're now back, but we're fishing different lakes. Same general idea though. Main target is trout species, particularly lake trout, though there are rainbows, brown trout, landlocked Atlantic salmon that are stocked. A lot of options. So really we're going to try and vertical jig these fish more than anything else with paddle tails, potentially some spoons, blade baits, etc. But that's really all there is to it. I'm hoping, I'm cautiously optimistic. This kind of fishing always can be tough. Some days it's lights out, and some days, you know, you will shout at the water to try and get one bite, even when you're marking fish. This particular area I'm at right now, I've never fished before, but I know it can definitely produce fish based on what I'm seeing with the contours. So really just looking for marks and schools of bait, etc., and we'll hopefully make good on some action. I've never fished this lake this late in the season, summer-wise, you know, mid-August. I've been here early August, and it's been a grind, but I think it can be done. So without further delay, that's all I got to say. Let's hopefully get some fishing accomplished today. Stay tuned. Okay, so it is full summer mode. It's been very hot the last few days, weeks even. It's been a hot summer in general. So we're gonna start fairly deep. Hopefully my fish finder cooperates. I'm gonna fish this Elias Mackinac shad. I'm really gonna hover around probably no less than 70-ish feet. Really just looking for any kind of signs of life, marks, bait, etc. And we'll take it from there. So I'm already seeing some bait at about 40 feet down from 90, so see if anything's on them. This kind of fishing can always be hit or miss, you know, dropping it down and reeling it back up, but I think I might have saw something chasing them, so let's investigate. Okay, so a little background. I was upstate for about a week for this. I wasn't there just to fish, but fishing was going to be a big part, particularly in the first half of the day in the mornings when I had more time. And obviously, if you never watched this channel, this isn't a kind of fishing I do a lot of. I do it when I can, but there's not too many options to fish this way for this particular, you know, type of fish from a kayak very close to where I live, unless I make quite a drive. So with that, you know, this is quite a bit different from what we typically do on this channel. And I do enjoy it, but again, I am a bit rusty, A, at fishing, and B, it's not like I even knew a ton about this kind of fishing to begin with. So certainly some mistakes were made throughout this video, but this first, you know, stretch of me upstate, there was a lot of action. Just, you know, sometimes I capitalized, sometimes I didn't, so. The main tactic we're using is vertical jigging. I opted not to troll for this. Nothing wrong with trolling, but I just didn't feel like doing it. I wanted to be more involved in the action. And while I have snap jigged these lake trout in the past, basically just getting it to the bottom and just, you know, going up and down, I decided to do more just drop it down to the bottom and then a straight retrieval back up to the surface. Sometimes I'd use, you know, a bit of a twitch here and there. Sometimes I'd stop and go. Sometimes I would burn it up, and sometimes I'd even slow it down. But again, that was the main tactic. Find the bait or find some marks, or ideally both, and then just work it back up. No hits, drop back down to the bottom. Sometimes it worked better than others. Sometimes it worked out better for me than others as well. So let's get to it. Just marked a few fish in about 50 feet, which is still shallow, but I'm pretty sure they're lake trout. Still right under the boat. Got a couple. Tons of fish on the bottom here. Like, I don't think those are lake trout, because I'm getting like, I was just going over a couple that looked just like that and could not make them budge. But we'll try. There he is. It's not very big, but it's a fish. Acting like maybe something else. What is that, flavor? It's a brown. No way. Brown trout. Whoa, 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 sit it down now. All right, vertical brown. I'm not gonna measure this one, but I'll get a quick shot. As long as it swims back, we'll get her back. Like an 18-incher. All right, finally got something after quite a few misses. That fish was right over 60 feet, hanging around some schools of bait. Marking a lot of life in the bottom, but I don't think they're necessarily trout because they're just kind of hanging out there. But let's see if there's anything else around here. I was on my way to going deeper. All right, let's see what else we can do. Got something under the boat right now. Oh, there we go. Now we're on something. Like a nice laker. It's definitely not a brown, unless he's hooked like through the back of the head. Oh, there's the bait. We're over the bait now. That's why we're getting the fish. Oh yeah, nice laker. Not too big, it's just fat. Nice 24-incher. All backlit right now, but it's okay. Right back down. All right, we just got 2 fish within the span of like 5 or 6 minutes. So I think now is the time that I've been waiting for, and potentially you've been waiting for, our seltzer review of the day. Something I picked up in New York when I was just walking around at one of the bodegas. This is Calabasas apple. More Than Water, apparently. BLK, I guess, is the brand. Daily Detox. A lot going on here in this name. Never tried this. Oh, what is going on here? All right, well, it looks like apple juice, but it's more seltzer in flavor. There's no sugar, and it's refreshing enough. If you want apple juice but don't want the sugar, then I think you'll enjoy this. And I'm kind of in the middle. This was a more expensive bottle, premium seltzer, if you will. So BLK, Liquid Life, I'll give it like a 7.8, considering the price of like $2.50 per can. So something to consider. And thank you for considering this video. See if we can get more action going. Okay, both of those fish were in relatively shallow water for August. We're talking like, I don't know, 55, 65 feet, no more than 70. Both of them, I wasn't really marking any bait when I went for them. I did mark a few scattered marks in the bottom, but I can't say that that's what either of those fish were, particularly the brown, maybe the laker. But I will say, as I was pulling up that laker, and I'm seeing it right now, massive school of bait. So we're gonna get right back on this and see if we can find some more fish. Here he is. Just about to give up on this spot. Right on the edge of that school of bait. About 100 feet down. This will take a while. Yeah, this is a nice one. Just about to line up too. I don't think he's huge, but he's nice. It's freaking out now. He knows the gravity of what's going on. Try not to pump him up too hard, just so you can have time to get the air out. Coming from this deep. Oh yeah. That's a big boy. For me at least. You gotta be, not now. Not now. It's always something. Oh, now I'm hooked. Wow, this is getting outrageous. Oh God, we're gonna lose this fish. Oh God. Shouldn't put this setup behind me, but it is what it is. All right, let's sort all this out. We're not gonna get hooked again, so we're gonna put this all the way back here. All right. He already set the hook too, which is convenient. No, yeah, he did. So then we netted him when we did. Good fish. Try and clear the hook with him in the water. I just don't want to hold him out any longer than we have to, and with all this warm weather and such. All right, that's one heck of a fish. It's right up there with the ones that we've gotten in 30-incher. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, I've since learned that you know, during these warmer months, it's actually better not to try and revive them, just jet them down, give them that head start to get through the warm water. So that's what we've been doing, in case you've been wondering. But oh, this is going down. Yeah, let's get all our stuff together and see if we can get another fish. Got some bait up top into the middle, and we got some fish under them too, so almost 100 feet of water. This could be promising. There he is. Ah, dang. Oh, 120 feet down. Jeez. That's a surprise. Ah, he dropped. Oh, darn. Okay, new school bait. Bait, fish. Marking bait, marking fish, but not getting anything, so let's try switching it up. Never get too comfortable if you're not catching fish. That's my motto. And, you know, sometimes some lures work well and sometimes other ones work better. So, not giving up on the paddle tail, but let's see how the Binsky does, because I was getting hits on that this morning. And this thing can do some serious work on these fish if given the right opportunities. Knew this Binsky could do some work. Want to keep this fish on, but I don't want... This might be something else. It's hard to say. It's the light line too, 8-pound test main, so I don't want to snap it. It's not huge, but it's nice. Laker. Nice little Laker. Should be like number 10, but we'll settle for 4. Let's see if we can get him unhooked without keeping him out of the water too long. He's got a nice lamprey star. If this gets too messy, we will keep him, but I don't want it if I don't have to. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just don't get wrapped, don't get hooked, and you're going home. Nice 23, 24. See you, bud. All right, got that guy in the Binsky blade bait. Very good lure for this kind of fishing. I usually bounce between this and Elias's Mackinac, you know, is my main 2, but I've got some other things down the pipeline that I'm waiting on orders for, but yeah, it's a good lure, and I'm very happy that fish didn't get too wrapped up in the trebles, and we got him out easy enough. So we'll work over that school again. Let's find that bait and work the edge and see if we can find a few more Lakers. There we go. Oh, damn. All right, so yeah, that was not a terrible day of fishing. It was actually decent. The unfortunate thing is, while it was decent, it could have been great. Missed a lot of fish today. You know, had at least 5 to 6 hookups that just plain got off. And, you know, that's not even counting probably like the dozen or so, you know, just fish that swiped and missed. I can't say for certain if those were trout. I mean, they were certainly in trouty areas, but it is what it is. I think the big takeaway for today is, you know, is just find the bait, find the fish. So yeah, I don't know. I might go back out there again tomorrow, see how I feel when I wake up. And if that is the case, you're going to see a cutaway right now. All right, rise and shine. Yeah, yesterday could have been a really great day of fishing. It was a good day, but with all the fish we missed, you know, that could have been one of my best lake trout outings, which again, I don't do a ton of lake trout fishing. I know certainly it could have been better, but you know, from a kayak, fishing a new spot, I would have been very happy with it. And I was happy with it, but we're fishing that spot from yesterday again. We might expand a little bit more, but otherwise same general tactics. We're looking for bait, we're looking for marks, and anywhere from, you know, early in the morning right now, let's say 50 to 60, but as the sun gets a little higher, we'll probably push into 70, 80, and over 100. So let's see if we can find those fish and make good on the wrongs of yesterday. All right, rolling up on some bait in about 57 feet of water. It's a bit shallower than I'm really expecting to catch fish today, but at this hour, they can definitely be there. Yeah, so kind of similar to the previous day, this could have been a very, very good day of fishing. It was a shorter one. I didn't have as much time this day because the weather started to get a little bit nasty, particularly the wind, but got into some really good action, but unfortunately some not so great things happened to kind of spoil it. Did manage a few nice fish, but well, I'll just let the footage speak for itself. A lot of short strikes so far, so we're going to switch up to the Binsky and see what this does. I got at least one on this yesterday and quite a few misses as well. I don't think it's going to solve all the problems, but having that extra hook might make a slight difference, so let's see what happens. There he is. It's warped too. He might have hit it and then missed it. That's a nice one. That's a good head shake. No! Damn it. Damn it. The perils of fishing with lighter line, I suppose, but yeah, that was a good fish. That had some nice head shakes, and he was making a good run. But whatever, it is what it is. Got a new one on. Check the line. See if we can get another. There he is. Whatever, I'll settle for this. Definitely not feeling as impressive as that first one, but and he's gone. Doesn't even matter. I should keep my mouth shut. There he is. I'm not even gonna say it this time. Not saying a dang thing. Fighting kind of funny. I don't think the drag was set too tight for that first one, but I just want to make sure this fish can run if it needs to. Rough start. Rough start to this day, but it's not too late to turn around. Only issue is we are going to get a fair amount of wind. We're already getting wind, but it's supposed to jack up in the next 2 hours, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to outlast that, but we're going to try and persevere past it if we can. Finally, jeez. Working hard for these fish. Yeah, so I can think of a couple reasons why I maybe snap those fish off. As I've said, I'm fishing an 8-pound test leader, which I think is on the lighter side. The next few days I did up to a 10-pound test leader, and I did think that it made a difference. I think another possible problem too is I did not change my leader from the day before, and one of the issues with these lake trout is they will just twist up a lot, and it will leave a little bit of memory on your line. So I think that potentially did weaken things, especially if the fish that I hooked did twist. I just think the leaders were still a little bit weak, and I should have been less lazy and changed them from one day to the next. I did change them after this trip, and I had far fewer snaps from this point on during this whole, fishing experience. So I don't know. It's all part of the learning experience, but I guess I paid for it on this particular day. And unfortunately, this wasn't the last issue I'd have, as you'll soon see a little later in this video. Not a word. Not a word. This one is not big. It's coming right up. Coming right up. The smallest one of the trip. And we got a mess. Let's get this guy out quick. It's a lot of fish over here. Let's see if we can sneak another one out before things get too nasty. Ooh. Whoa. Gadzooks. Looks like it's got some weight. Big Laker. Pretty nice Laker. That'll make up for some of the crappy losses we've had. Like a 27-incher. I'm just bringing them in. I don't want to mess around with all these waves. Got to be pushing 30 inches. 27, 28, probably. If he doesn't go down, we'll take him. There it goes. It is getting nasty out here. Yeah, I'm making my way back to launch, but if I do mark something good, I'll drop down on it. Figure it's not terrible out, just not nice. These fish are biting. That's the sad fact of the matter. Like, we'd have 7 or 8 fish right now if we landed all the fish we lost, which I didn't say in the beginning, but that's like one of the few contingencies that I would see myself coming back here tomorrow, because tomorrow looks like it's going to be a very nice day. Got a fish right in the middle right now. Let's see if we can get him. Oh man. Big rainbow or salmon. Thought I lost him. Big fish. Jeez. And he's gone. Damn. Just had a nice rainbow or salmon on there. I'm not sure which, but he went nuts. I mean, that thing was sitting at about 45, 50 feet over 100. Just reeled it up. He hit it several times, and I assume he missed it. What really threw me off is as soon as that fish was on, he just went horizontal and just took off. And it felt like I had nothing on there, but it just created such a large bow in the line. And it's magnified by this wind we have. So yeah, I know I could have handled that differently, but given the circumstances, it wasn't necessarily the ideal way to go about it. But I'm gonna try a few more spots on the way back to launch. Yeah, that was essentially a tough end to a tough day of fishing and a lot of missed opportunities, but I promise you the second part of this video, which I'll release pretty soon, I will make good on a lot of these lost fish. Alright, so that's going to have to do it for today. Yeah, I had to get off the water. The wind was just getting to be a bit much, and I could have really pushed through it, but got a bit of a headache and I'm tired, and I figure better off just saving my energy and resources for tomorrow. This really, I hate to say it, but just like yesterday, this is an okay session that could have been absolutely phenomenal. Like, I lost at least 4 or 5 fish minimum, and that's not even counting like a lot of the short strikes we had. And I guess that's on me to an extent. A lot of those lake trout were really gravitating towards the bottom today. Very deep, you know, like we're talking minimum 75, but most of them in the 80 to 90 range plus, though I tend to fish them a bit better when they're in the 80 to 90 foot range vertical jigging from the kayak. I could have probably handled them a bit better in 100 if it weren't for the wind, but the wind just made it really sloppy, and that's one of the reasons I called it early today. Had it been more calm, I would have, you know, roughed it out, even, you know, just a little bit less wind, but I just didn't feel like getting battered around a lot. We'll probably go back there again tomorrow and hopefully do a bit better. So that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching, and also channel just hit 3,000 subs, so thank you for all of you that have subscribed and those of you that have been watching. Hopefully I can keep the momentum going. if not increasing it. So I'll catch the next one. Goodbye from fishing.